Hey guys, Marcus Cackman, Blindside Football. A lot of news in the NFL today about a couple of potential quarterback changes and one quarterback change that's sure to happen, so let's jump into it. First, Nick Foles did break his collarbone. He will not need surgery, so the timetable is currently set at 6 to 8 weeks. So, pretty much as far as our fantasy season goes, you can go ahead and drop Nick Foles. He won't be back anytime soon or even in time for your fantasy playoffs. It's going to be Mark Sanchez and company for quite a while, and obviously Philadelphia hoping that Nick Foles will be back for their actual playoffs. Mark Sanchez, not worth adding unless you're into two quarterback leagues or something like that, but this is drastically going to change that offense. I think we're going to see more ground and pound from LaShawn McCoy. McCoy this week getting his second 100-yard game of the season, so you can see they're kind of moving into that more. I know Sanchez had a nice week this week, guys, or a decent week, but it's Mark Sanchez. He's not a good NFL quarterback. Next up, Houston's on a bye right now, but there's some talk that maybe there's going to be a quarterback change that happens. Maybe they go from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Ryan Mallett. Personally, I think they stay with Fitzpatrick, and I hope if you're a DeAndre Hopkins owner that they stick with Fitzpatrick, because Hopkins has been looking really good with Fitzpatrick. And obviously Mallett would be a huge question mark as to how that's going to affect the offense. So hopefully, if you're even an Arian Foster owner, you hope they stick with Fitzpatrick and kind of keep going with what's working. Foster, by the way, with his groin injury, not expected to miss any time. They do have the bye this week, so they're hoping the bye will be enough to get him some rest and get him healthy. Tampa Bay, it sounds like Josh McCown is ready to come back and play. So right now, no quarterback decision has been made for this weekend as far as is it going to be Mike Glennon or is it going to be Josh McCown. If you're a Mike Evans owner, you're hoping that it stays Mike Glennon, because they've been really having connection going on these last couple weeks. Evans 4 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks, really broke out this weekend with a 7-catch, 124-yard and 2-touchdown performance. So if you're an Evans owner like I am, you're hoping Glennon stays the quarterback. If you're hoping to kind of resurrect any sort of value that Vincent Jackson had, then I guess you're hoping for McCown just to see what happens, see if things change up a little bit. Finally, there's some news out there that Adrian Peterson may plea bargain his deal soon and could come back at being reinstated by the NFL very soon. So in your waivers this week, go ahead and, fat budgets, throw a few bucks out on him just as a speculative play, especially if you're already gearing up for the playoffs. If you're 6-3, 7-2 or better, the playoffs are in your sight, go spend a few bucks on him, pick him up as a speculative ad. He's a game changer, guys. If he comes back this year, he could be a huge game changer for you in your fantasy playoffs. Don't forget to subscribe below for my daily fantasy updates and follow me on Twitter @MarcusCatkin.